to Cherishing Life. So we have an exciting time. I'm Damian Rico, Hospice of the Calumet Area Marketing Director. Today we're talking about lights, camera, compassion. So we've got an awesome gala coming up, and we're really excited about this. And I have two special guests with us. Courtney, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thanks, Damian. Yes, my name's Courtney Markovich, and I'm president of Friends of Hospice.
And Lexi?
Hi, I'm Lexi Rodriguez. I'm the development assistant at Hospice of the Calumet Area.
So Courtney, for those that do not know, you're the president of our Friends of Hospice, which is our fundraising auxiliary. Why don't you explain that a little bit in your role with Hospice?
Sure, I'd love to. So Friends of Hospice is a group of about 250 individuals. As you mentioned, we are the fundraising auxiliary for Hospice of the Calumet Area. So that group of individuals, our primary goal is to raise as much funds as possible to support Hospice of the Calumet Area, and we do that by planning a number of events, this gala being one of them,
Right.
One of our newest. We also have an art and garden party every year. There's the Butterflies in the Park. I think those are our main ones.
So Courtney, you wear a lot of hats. You're also part of Bishop Knoll, right?
Correct.
So why hospice? Why choose hospice? There's a lot of great organizations out there, but you have been dedicated and committed to Hospice of the Calumet Area for a very long time, since I've started 9 years ago.
Right.
Tell us how you got here.
Well, I was first introduced to hospice when my grandfather was admitted into hospice and received hospice care. It was a different hospice organization than Hospice of the Calumet Area, but I'm very passionate about the mission to support comfortable care at the end of life. I had a wonderful neighbor and friend who lived down the block from me. Her name was Marilyn Kamak, and Marilyn is actually the one who brought me into the organization just by a simple invitation, inviting me to events.
Marilyn's a legend.
She sure is. I miss her so much every day.
Kindness and her compassion is just what she epitomizes everything this Cherishing Life brand.
And you could never tell her no, which is why she was the best ambassador.
Right. We have a lot of those gals, right, that you can never tell them no. Lydia Dershowitz is another one.
Correct.
So, Courtney, tell us a little bit about this gala.
Yeah. So this is our second annual, really fun night. Our theme this year is an evening of Hollywood. So one of the major fun parts is that the tables, people choose their favorite movie and theme it up, decorate it to the theme of whatever movie it is. Last year we had, maybe 24 tables. We're right about there this year. We do have the ability to bring some more on. So if you're out there and would like to buy a table or attend the event, but it's in addition to the theme of an evening of Hollywood, we'll have just a wonderful gourmet dinner and a live musical show at the end.
So what's your table going to be this year, Courtney?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Lexi, so talk a little bit about audiences out there that want to buy tickets. What can they expect when they get to this event here?
Yeah, so when you come in, you're greeted through registration. You can easily find your table, your host. You get some time to mingle during cocktail hour, and then the dinner will shortly be coming out after that. And during the end of the dinner, that's when the show kind of starts. So the show, we're going to have a few returners that we had last year. We're going to have some new people. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to look at some of the chosen themes that hosts have created, brought to life, and those will kind of be implemented into the show. We'll have different songs also implemented, but we have a very exciting evening planned for everybody.
How can folks get tickets, Lexi?
They can go online. They can mail in a check. We did do a mailer for those received, so they do have paper copies, but you can go online to our website. There's a button on our homepage there. There's also an entire page that you can see for more information on all of the details for the gala.
Yeah, so visit hospicecalumet.org, or if you have any questions, give us a call, 219-922-2732. Also follow us on social media. We should have all these things announced there, and good interactive way to get involved and stay connected, not only just with this gala, but all of our Hospice of the Calumet area items.
We forgot to mention the live auction.
Yes.
Oh,
live
yeah.
auction.
Very
So,
important part.
yes, after dinner, the live auction followed by the music review.
What are some of the items in the live auction this
Yeah,
year?
we're really excited about it this year. We're fortunate again to have the Gary Air Show experience again, which was a big hit last year. We there will also be an opportunity for a personal gourmet chef, Arthur Stark, our Director of Development at Hospice of the Calumet Area, to come into your home and cook for 8 individuals. A new one this year is our Route 12 experience. So that's for 2 rooms and for 4 people, 2 nights at Al and Sally's Motel on Route 12. If you
Oh,
haven't
nice.
passed that, it's pretty
Yeah.
nostalgic. Really, really nice little roadside motel that's been remodeled lately. And so there's a couple nights there. In addition, there's also some wonderful gift certificates for dinner experiences at local restaurants around there. We also should have said when talking about the musical review, the majority of the singers and performers are with Co-Candy Productions.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with them, they're a production company out of Chicago. Very successful shows. Actually, the Jeff Awards were last night, and they cleaned house once again. So there's also a Co-Candy Productions package that will include tickets to all 4 of their shows coming up.
Okay.
And then, you want to talk about our last one, Lexi?
Yes, it is a trip to Tuscany.
Nice.
Very, very exciting. So it is for 4, and they will stay in a charming apartment for 7 evenings.
Okay.
It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully equipped kitchen with a nice living area. And when you're in Tuscany, I know one of the things that's super popular over there is the food. So people get very creative over there. It's very, very exciting. New things to try. I actually believe that they're known for little wineries and ice cream shops over there
Okay.
as well. Super cool. There will be a lunch in a local winery with a tasting and visit for 4 there. A private gourmet food tour of Cortona for 4. There will be travel assistance and concierge service, the whole shebang, really, in Tuscany.
Nice. So what's been the most exciting or the most impressive part of putting on this gala for you, Courtney?
I would say none of it could be possible without the help of all of our volunteers.
Right.
And not only does that include individuals that help us set up, break down, but without the donations and the time from our chefs, which we're very fortunate to have. Our head chef for this year will be Patrick Niebling from U.S. Foods.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of you out there are familiar with the gourmet goddess,
Yes,
Katie
Katie
Sanito. She is going to be head chef for our appetizers. We have support again from assistant chefs Gabe Mouch and Jess Cannell from Grindhouse Cafe, and then also other chefs volunteering their time from American Chef Federation.
Yeah, they're awesome. Katie Sanito, the past president of the Munster Chamber, she's awesome. You know, just her leadership alone, just the way she brings people together through food, and very exciting. Just, you know, sitting down with her and having conversations about her early days and how she got excited about food and bringing people together.
Right.
She's all about family. And
Right.
That's kind of what this
It's a nice way to
right?
describe her passion.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And this is an intimate evening, so this is really all about family as well,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the visitors, but also our hospice family, because there's a lot of staff members which we call partners, and a lot of family support that comes into the play in this, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Our sponsors, too.
Yes.
I mean, none of this would be possible without our very generous sponsors. Our annual business sponsors that continue to support us are People's Bank, Strachan Van Tills, The Times, and Hard Rock Casino.
Yes, Hard
Northern
Rock.
Indiana.
And Hard Rock, we have one of the board members, Christine Rury,
Right.
on our board. So I'm sure she'll be in attendance. She was there last year
Right.
with the table, and very exciting. She's, I think last year, I forgot which theme that they. Oh, it was Sunset Strip, right?
Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard. Yes.
It was very, very cool.
Yes, they came in proper attire. It was,
Right.
It was really
They
cool.
really got into
yeah,
it.
They
Yeah.
got into it. It was really, really awesome. So thanks, Hard Rock.
Yeah, so those are we also, in addition to the 4 that I just mentioned, we do have sponsors for this particular event. So we'd like to thank Powers Health, James and Joanne Markowitz, Scotty and Olivia Mitchell, Joe and Sheila Hunt, U.S. Foods, Grindhouse Cafe, and Ann Davis Design. Very, very grateful.
It is very grateful. Anything we're leaving out, Lexi?
I think that we covered all bases. We could say a good thank you to our volunteers, or Bishop Knoll, and the Purdue culinary students as well. They'll be joining us and helping us out that evening.
Yeah, serving.
For
Yeah.
sure, they did a great job last year. The
They
young
sure did.
people. And they're just really natural leaders, and that's awesome. You want to see that, and not only that, but they introduce the Hospice of the Calumet Area and the work that we do. They ask questions. They're there beforehand, and it's really kind of neat to get that youthful energy there.
It sure is. And I think that's, one thing that we try to focus on with Friends of Hospice is how to get that message out to individuals at a young age so they're familiar with it and they grow up knowing the importance of such an organization and services that it provides.
Now, Courtney, how long have you been the president of Friends of Hospice?
Oh, maybe about 6 years now, I
Okay.
want to say.
Well, you get reelected, so
Right.
it's awesome.
I'm proud to have the position.
Well, we're proud of you, Courtney, too, because not only are you the president, but you bring your family members to our events. We've watched your niece grow up from a little 2-year-old. How old is she now?
She's 5.
5. So
Yes.
just watching the kids grow throughout the years, it's incredible because this is really what families do.
Right.
And we're honored to be part of that. Your sister's there, your brother-in-law, your husband, your mom and dad.
Right.
Holly's and and Joan are always at these events and just supporting what Hospice of the Calumet Area does, and we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. It's a team effort. I appreciate everything all of you do as well.
How do you? And you have a lot of friends that also help, right? With
Correct.
The Butterflies event. How do you entice your friends to participate?
Well, I would say, first of all, I'm just very fortunate to have a really great, supportive group of friends. And we all recognize things that are important to all of us. So when somebody's passionate about something, we all jump on board.
Yeah.
So I've been really fortunate. Like, hey, I've got, I have a table at the gala. Would you like to join me? Sure. And then that led into them actually joining Friends of Hospice.
Right, and we're very lucky because those type of people, you need them involved, and there's a lot of great organizations out there. So for them to spend their time and their energy and their talent with Hospice of the Calumet Area, we're very, very appreciative of that.
Right. And one of those really good friends of mine is Scott Kokandy. So introducing him to this event and then him,
Right.
allowing us to have the singers and the actors that he has in his productions to make our event even stronger.
Well, yeah,
is
he's a
wonderful.
major part of this event.
He is.
So this is really, really cool stuff. Courtney, talk a little bit about the other stuff that we got upcoming. We got an art and garden party coming, new venue, right?
Sure, yes. Art and Garden Party. This will be our 6th annual Art and Garden Party. We are changing our venue this year. It will this year be located in St. John, and the date is June 18th. It's a Thursday. We are preparing just in case. We hope it doesn't happen, but we do have a rain date just because our weather around the area is so unpredictable at that time
Right.
of year. So we'll have a rain date July 19th. But that's been a really wonderful afternoon event that we've had for 6 years. It's an opportunity for people to get together, enjoy whatever past 5 years we've been at Steve and Cheryl Zeck's house. Gorgeous yard. Walk around, enjoy their landscape, have a glass of wine, appetizers from the Gourmet Goddess.
Right.
And then there's also an opportunity with the hospice artisans. are always there selling their products, which contribute to that environment of it being both art and garden.
Right.
And they'll be with us again this year.
And hospiceartisans.org, you can get items all year round, so please visit them. All proceeds come to Hospice of the Calumet Area to help us fund some of these wonderful organizations that we have, or some of these wonderful programs that we have, and it's just really, really a lot of fun. Unique items that you're not going to get at any other store.
Absolutely.
And then we've got Butterflies in the Park coming soon, right around the corner.
Butterflies in the Park. Yes, that's when we created it, more of a, we would say, family-friendly event, will be taking place at Halls of St. George. That's, again, we hide a number of butterflies around the grounds, each associated with a prize. And there's music, there's food. Last year we had a big jump house for the kids, so that's just a really nice afternoon as well.
And there's an amazing hider that hides those butterflies. Because last year we had to give a lot of clues, because that was the first year we had to give out that many clues, right?
It's true, but I'm not going to give away my secrets. Yeah.
Yeah, every year it gets better and better, bigger and better, and it's really exciting, especially to see different generations of folks coming, grandchildren and grandparents looking for butterflies together, and it's just a really, really neat event.
And again, the kind of the basis behind that is just what we talked about earlier, introducing people to this organization as young as possible so they grow up knowing what the benefits are.
Right, and that Cherishing Life brand is on full spectrum there. You can just see it. It's not a somber eye in the building, but it's always happy, and it's very energetic, enthusiastic. People are remembering their loved ones, the legacies of their loved ones.
Oh, yeah,
which
we
is very,
forgot.
very
Yeah,
important.
we have a live butterfly release, one of the major parts of that event, yes, in memory of a loved one.
Yes, and people love that. I mean,
They
just,
do.
We sell out of butterflies every year, so be on the lookout for that. We're all on our social media pages, our Facebook and our Instagram. We've got YouTube videos about the last couple of years, and just it gets bigger and better every year, which is really exciting. So
Right.
it's a lot of good things going on with hospice. So Courtney, a couple of is it a couple months now? A couple of months now, you guys had a luncheon, and you guys presented a major check to Hospice of the Calumet Area.
we
Why don't you
did.
talk about that?
Sure, thanks.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, so we try to kick off the year with a Friends of Hospice membership luncheon, which is always a really nice afternoon, and able to shop with hospice artisan goodies. But we have a nice lunch. We lay out what our program is going to be for the year ahead, and always end the day with presenting Adrian May with a check from the funds that we've raised. And in partnership with the hospice artisans, we were able to present Adrian with a check for $100,000.
That was amazing. It was the largest check that you guys have come up with until this point, and that's the work that you guys do is amazing because it helps fund all of these different programs that we have with Hospice of the Calumet Area. Last year we gave out $3.1 million in discounted charity uncompensated care, and a lot of that is because of the generosity of people like you and the supporters and the donors that really go to bat for Hospice of the Calumet Area. I'm honored because we've had a impeccable reputation for the past 40 plus years, and the work that we do is just a collection of some amazing people, and thank you for that, Courtney.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. But again, it's a team effort. Everyone here
Exactly.
at this table, everybody behind the scenes, and again, supporters, donors, people that attend.
So Lexi, tell us a little bit more about, just once again, to remind people on how they can get tickets for the gala.
Yeah, you can go online to our website, hospicecalumet.org. It is on our homepage there. You could, even if you have questions about like what to wear, that's something that always comes up for new people looking to come. We do have pictures from last year, so you can kind of get some inspiration off of that. And any details, the event is on April 18th, starting at 6 p.m. for cocktail hour. And it is at the Indiana Welcome Center over in Hammond.
And they've done it a lot with the Indiana Welcome Center this year. It's fantastic looking. They've got the big screens up there now, so
Yeah.
it's getting
It's a
really
wonderful
nice. Yeah.
space.
It's a great venue.
It is.
And Phil Talon, he's the CEO there, does a great job of getting some new folks like us to.
This is
have
our
that community
second year
support.
there.
Yeah.
It was so great last year. It was a wonderful place to hold the event. We're happy to be back.
Yeah, I think it's a really great intimate space too.
Mhm.
It was big enough, but yet didn't seem too overwhelming. So that's really, really cool. All right, so Courtney, what else you got for us? Anything else we're forgetting, or why don't you go over the event sponsors again? So we have the
Sure,
folks that
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've got People's Bank, right? They're
Yep. People's Bank, Strachan Van Tills, The Times, Hard Rock Casino, Powers Health, James and Joanne Markowitz, Scotty and Olivia Mitchell, Joe and Sheila Hunt, U.S. Foods, Grindhouse Cafe, and Ann Davis Design. So that's who we have right now. I would say if you're interested in getting on this list, we would love to have you as a sponsor.
yes,
It's never too late.
right, never too late. And anything that you want to do with us, volunteering, we've got so many volunteers that people come to our office and they ask us what they can do, but we can also work on galas, you can work on events, you can work in the office, you can visit patients. We have just about anything and everything for folks. And 219-922-2732 or hospicecalumet.org. Always can reach out to us, and Cynthia, our volunteer coordinator, will get you connected with the right people. That's very, very important. Anybody that wants to donate or be part of this sponsorship package here, please also contact our office. We're always looking for sponsors because events like this cannot occur without those generosity of the community. And that's very, very important because what we do is very humbling. And I think about all of our partners out there that visit patients and families every single day, and their compassion is very, very inspiring. It inspires and fuels us to do what we do because it's one large family, Hospice of the Calumet Area, and we're very, very excited about that. All right, well, we're coming down to the end of the show here, and we just wanted to remind everybody that hospicecalumet.org is here for all of your needs. If you have any questions about hospice care, we are in the process of getting our palliative care group certified, and this is a really exciting time for a Hospice of the Calumet Area. We're really growing. Cherishing life is more than a brand. It's a philosophy for us, and, doing that kind of work in the community is really, really important. And it couldn't be done without people and leaders like Courtney Markovich and also Lexi. Lexi Rodriguez is the new name now. So I had to think, let me get her name right. Change her email so it's official.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
So, Lexi, talk a little bit before we leave about, because you're pretty new to us.
Yeah.
What dynamic this brought to you?
Yeah, so I started about a year and a half ago at Hospice Calumet Area.
Now you're a seasoned veteran.
Right? And in my experience in the past 18 months, you really get to see the compassion in the office, in the volunteers, and I think that really speaks to who we are as an organization and what we will do for those in need who approach us, who we approach in outreach communication. It's all about the compassion, letting people know that we're there for them, even in the hard, especially in the hard times. And I think that really speaks to the organization. You can see it through our partners. If you come into the office, we have maybe 1 to 2 volunteers already there. I'd say on a weekly basis, we have a handful. But that really speaks to those who give us their free time and spend it with us. And we really enjoy spending our time with them as well.
It's awesome. It's very humbling. I've worked for a lot of great organizations through the years, but this one's different. When you wear that hospice logo, people always come up to you, oh, do you know so-and-so? And do you know this nurse? This person took care of my mom and dad. And it just really brings you back to putting life in perspective. This whole cherishing life thing it's just a great motto for us because it's what we do every day. It's how we live. And it's just really an honor to care for folks in need. So like I said, 219-922-2732. We are Hospice of the Calumet Area. We're really excited about the work that we're doing. We're really excited about this gala that we're having. So stay connected with us. And until the next time, thank you very much for joining us.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking,